What's up guys? So today's video, it's not going to be necessarily a quick video, but I'm going to show you guys how to exchange the grill inserts on your 4th gen Ram. So being a 2009 to basically 2018 at this point, at the time of this video. So it should be the same for basically all of them. What I'm doing on this particular swap is I'm replacing my sport grill. It kind of has the chrome slats, which were plasti dipped black, so you'll see that in this video. But I'm replacing them with a honeycomb grill insert, and also there's kind of air dams and ducts that are on certain models, particularly the 8-speed models. They have kind of channeling to channel the air towards the active grill shutters. So I'm also going to be removing those so I get more airflow for my purposes. But if you guys don't know how to remove the grill, I'll post up a link. Check this at the top of the video. It should pop up here, and basically it's going to show you how to disassemble the grill. I also have another video which shows you how to pop out the emblem. So I'm trying to separate all these just so that they're clear and concise, and so each video kind of has a purpose and you're not sitting there trying to scroll through different parts of different videos if I crammed it all into one. So here's the video for the emblem. I'll put it up at the top here, but without further ado, let's go ahead and check out how to swap out those grill inserts on your 4th gen Ram. So we got the grill laid face down. We have it on a nice cloth so it's not going to scratch or anything like that. Although you guys might hate me for what I'm going to do to this grill probably next week, but that's another conversation. So basically you're going to see a bunch of 8mm screws all around the perimeter. We're going to remove those because the grill inserts are below these, and also you can see that this is below as well, this shroud. So this is the shroud that I was explaining to you guys that directs air exclusively to those active grill shutters, which we aren't going to put back on when we reinstall this. So the way this works is all these are kind of just in with a locking tab. You can see this one's kind of already made its way free over vibration or never was clipped into the factory. So we basically have to take off all these brackets on top so that we can get at these, because you can see that these ones are underneath. So we can get it underneath, and then we can pry all these loose and remove the inserts. Okay, so with this trim piece off and all the screws removed, like I was saying, you can now see all the exposed clips and the plastic clips. One thing to be conscious of is these tabs are part of the actual grill, so you don't want to be going crazy on them, because if you snap them, you snap them. It's part of the actual grill face. So you can see the same color matched plastic here versus there. So this is part of the actual face and color matched part. So we want to be very gentle with those. These ones are pretty straightforward as far as the way that they're clipped. It kind of just has this big tab on the back, and then it's latched on the front, so you kind of have to lift this and then push it at the same time. These ones are a little more tricky. If I can get some light on it, you can see here basically it's got this peg which is stopping it from going this direction where it's latched, so you have to be very careful and kind of manipulate them. They're almost not really meant to come out too easily, so we're gonna have to do this very carefully. We got some friends in here too, so but yeah, we basically have to push this peg backwards so that we can unlatch it from here. So let's go ahead and basically gently pry these. I went ahead and got this one off so you can kind of see what we are working with here. Like I said, it's just this kind of backing plate that's stopping it from going that direction that you kind of have to work around. So let's get this thing off this shroud, and then we can work on the actual grill itself. Okay, a little trick that I just figured out is if you basically heat these with a heat gun or something just to make it more pliable, it comes out super easy without damaging anything. If you guys can see here, I didn't damage anything, but basically it makes this turn kind of pliable. The actual grill itself, this whiter looking gray plastic, is pretty hard, so but this thing here is made out of super soft plastic, so when you heat it a little bit, this kind of locking peg gives way. It doesn't melt it or wreck anything, as you can see, but it kind of gives way and allows it to basically come out. So I would definitely heat these too, because it's making this job a lot easier without breaking anything. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I would 100% use the heat gun or maybe a blow dryer, but just be very careful of how much heat you use, because of course you can melt things in a hurry. But look at basically what we did here. I mean, we got everything 100% removed. We didn't break anything on the grill or this actual piece, and it was very simple. As soon as you heat it up, it basically pops off as soon as you put a little bit of pressure on it, it pops off in a hurry. So that's an excellent way. I don't know if you guys have already known that, but that's just the way that I figured out just now, and it works very well. So let's go ahead, remove the other plastic shield on the other side, and then we can get to the grill. Alright, so we have those two plastic shrouds removed, and now, like I said, we can get to the actual grill portion of it, the fun part. And like I was showing before, for whatever reason, I already have these two clips loose on this one in particular, but we're going to go ahead and, like I said, you kind of just have to lift up on the back of this while you push the clip out of the way. So it's kind of a combination, but let's go ahead and get them done. So with these two removed, this is kind of the procedure. Like I said, you kind of have to do a two-part action here. Lift this backing plate while this one is being pushed, and it should release. So basically that one's unclipped, and you can kind of just work your way like so around. So one grill cert is removed. They are pretty simple to get out. Once you kind of get one corner lifted, they kind of fly by, but using a little bit of heat wasn't a bad idea either. It kind of got things started, and then once you can kind of hold with one hand some pressure upwards, you can kind of just run around with your pry bar or slot head screwdriver or flathead and basically pry them, and the rest of it kind of lifts out. So let me see if I can show you guys the technique that I used. No broken clips, so that's obviously what we want, and managed to get it out in a hurry. Not that I'm in a hurry, but it wasn't hard or a long process whatsoever. So let me show you guys the way I kind of use this little tool. The tool I'm using right now is actually a broken pry one. Not that it was intentional, but this tool doesn't have the full tip on it. So it didn't break during this process or anything like that. But basically this is the tool that I'm using, but it's just one of those just standard pry tools that you can grab. So this is what I'm going to show you guys what I'm using. Okay, so like I said, you're going to see your tab here. You're going to see the back of it, and you're going to see where it's latching right here. Basically, you're going to put it in behind like this, and you're going to kind of see this action going on. So basically you're going to pry it, and at the same time that you're prying it, it's pushing on the back. So you can see it already unlocked itself like that. But if you apply a little bit of upward pressure, slide this in like so, and that's as easy as it is to come off. Again, there it is clipped. Pry it like that, just enough to let it out, and we're off. Let's move on to the rest. Let's just whip through this one. All right, so it is all out. As you can see, we got the 2 grill inserts on the floor, no broken tabs whatsoever, so that came out great. Like I was saying, you don't have to use heat once you get the technique down. If you use that little technique that I showed you, basically if you insert the pry tool or your screwdriver in the right way, in the right fashion while you're prying up, these things come out super easy without any issues. So you don't necessarily have to use heat on those second ones. The first ones are a little bit weird, but on those actual shrouds, but as far as the grill inserts, use that technique and you guys will be fine. All right, here's the other grill. Let's go ahead and just whip through this stuff, and we can go ahead and put those honeycomb grills in my color matched grill. All right, let's go ahead and throw in our honeycomb grills. Very straightforward. Lay them over top, push down. Just make sure everything's clipped in. Definitely the easiest part of the whole install. Same thing with this side. All right, and that's done. Now let's put our bracket back on. And I'm not going to be putting in those shrouds like I was explaining earlier. Okay, so the grill would be ready to mount on, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab that emblem and we're gonna fasten it here. So if I flip this over with one hand, you guys can see what the grill now looks like without the slats in it. So this is the honeycomb grill look that I'm going for. I think it looks pretty sporty, and also doesn't have the black shroud in behind like I was showing you guys earlier. So now we have air that can go through the whole thing, and it will be able to cool the intercooler once we get that. And let's go ahead and grab that emblem and figure out where we're going to mount it. It's going to be over here, probably in this location here. Let's grab it. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video on how to swap out the grill inserts on the 4th gen Ram. If you did like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up for me. It kind of keeps me motivated, and knowing that you guys enjoyed the content and found it useful. Also, drop a comment in the comments below if there's anything else you guys want to see. I've been making a lot of Ram related content lately, so if you guys are stopping in for the first time, be sure to check out the other videos on the channel. I've done a ton of stuff with these 4th gen Rams so far, and I'm not stopping. We still got a lot more to go. Pro charging the truck, a ton of mod videos, lighting videos, maintenance videos, everything's on here so far. But let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe as well. Turn on that bell notification. It'll let you know when I upload a new video. I'm trying to keep them coming as constantly as I can. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.